Hello, my name is Allison Solvin. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. And some of the questions that I've been getting from my clients, my customers in the past little while has to do with the mini Stampin' Emboss machine. It's a fabulous little machine, but there are some sandwiches that are causing people some challenges. So I thought I will do a video because I did look on YouTube to see if there was anything and there really wasn't. So I decided to do this video to share with you the sandwiches that I use that I have the most success with different products. So let's go over to my workspace. And here's the adorable little mini. So cute. Now it comes with the machine and it comes with all the plates that you're going to need for all the different things you're going to be using it for. So embossing and die cutting and so on. So we've got plate number 1. We've got 2 plate number 2s, which I tend to call clear plates. We got a plate number 3 and a plate number 4, and each one of them has a purpose. Now, what I love about them is that they do say what you should use, what plate with what application. But honestly, it doesn't work for me, the ones that are recommended. And that's why I decided to do this little video. So for instance, if I were going to use die cuts, so I'm going to be using a die cut here. I believe the sandwich recommended by Stampin' Up! Is plate number 1 and then the 2 clear plates. I can't get that to work. So I don't use plate number 1 for that. I actually use plate number 3 and the 2 clear plates. So I'm going to show you how easy it is when you use that sandwich. So let's grab a die here and let's open up our machine. Go. Okay, there we got that in the screen. I'm going to grab my plate number 3 and plate number 2 and then paper and die. Okay, and then another clear plate on top. So let's just run that through. See how that grabbed? Just grabbed it like butter. Just runs through like butter. The challenges that my customers have been finding is when they use plate 1, they can't get it to grab. And it's frustrating. But if you use plate 3 instead of plate 1, that's what you get. It works like a charm. Okay, so die cutting, check, simple, all good. Let's move that out of the way. Now, there are 2 types of embossing folders. There are what I call the regular thickness ones. So these are just the thinner of the 2. I'm just using the thanks and hello embossing folders. Now for this one, I'm not even sure what the recommended plates are, but this is what I do. Plate number 3, and then I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock. I'm going to grab my folder and place it inside. I'm going to put hinge first. So I'm putting the hinge through before the open end. And then on top, I'm going to put plate number 1. And again, it grabs it and it runs through just like butter. So easy. And then I'm going to get that fantastic, here we go, fantastic impression of that fabulous embossing folder. All right. Now the last thing I want to show you, the last product that you'll want to use your machine with are what we call 3D embossing folders. Now this one's Wintry 3D. These are a lot thicker than the ones that we just used. Okay, so we're going to use a different sandwich. We're going to use plate number 4. We're going to use our folder with a piece of paper, cardstock. Again, we're putting the hinge in first, and then on top of that, we're putting plate number 1. And line them all up here. And then it's gonna grab it right away. Again, see how it grabbed that? No problem. Easy peasy. There we go. And let me show you. Got that fabulous 3D look. Okay, so hopefully this very short video helps you with which plates you're going to be using with which product. Here we go. You do end up using them all, just not the way Stampin' Up! Recommends. I'm sure it works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. But if you use those sandwiches that I mentioned, you're going to just have no problem, and you're going to fall in love with your little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, your mini. So thanks so much for joining me, and happy stamping.